Hi, I'm Rod. Welcome to my channel. Today I am listening to Bonnie Raitt perform Just Like That. This is the official lyric video. This is a song I've heard. I'm familiar with Bonnie Raitt. I know Bonnie Raitt from way back. But I don't know this song. I have heard quite a bit about it. I believe she won a Grammy or award for Song of the Year or something for it. I'm not interested in those award shows and things, so I don't keep up with that. But I do believe this has been quite popular and a lot of hype around it. For me, I really like Bonnie Raitt's slide guitar. I think she's one of the best when it comes to, or at least one of my favourites when it comes to slide guitar. So here we go with Just Like That.
I watched him circle around the block, finally stopped at mine. Took a while before he knocked, like all he had was time. Excuse me, ma'am, maybe you can help. The directions weren't so clear. I'm looking for Olivia's aunt. They said I might find her here. Well, I looked real hard and asked him what she's got he's looking for. Said there's something I think she'd want to know when I let him in the door. It's not like me to trust so quick. It caught me by surprise. But something about him gave me there in his eyes. Just like that, your life can change. If I hadn't looked away, my boy might still be with me now. He'd be 25 today. No knife can carve away the stain. No drink can drown regret. They say Jesus brings you peace and grace. Well, he ain't found me yet. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Sat down and took a deeper breath and looked right in my face. I heard about the son you lost, how you left without a trace. I spent years just trying to find you so I could finally let you know it was your son's heart that saved me, and a life you gave us both. Just like that, your life can change. Look what the angels send. I laid my head upon his chest. I was with my boy again. Well, I spent so long in darkness, I never thought the night would end. But somehow grace has found me, and I had to let him in. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Na,
So that was Just Like That. I can see why it was popular. It's a very emotional song. And those kinds of songs often become quite popular. It's a good story. I think the music really suited the story, and her voice, at times it seemed like she was going from a singing voice and then dropping into like a speak singing, or even just a speaking voice, which I think worked well again for the story. The story is of a woman who is visited by the recipient of her son's heart, which he received from an organ donation operation. I think it would have been good if this song had sparked a conversation about organ donation, but I doubt it did, or will, unfortunately. I'm not sure what it's like in America, but in Australia you have the option to, it used to be on your driver's license, but they removed that and you do it separately. But you sign up to the organ donor list so that if anything happens to you and your organs can be used to help somebody else, it's on your record, and that's done. The family don't have to deal with it at that point when they're dealing with the loss. And I think it's something that, personally, I think everybody should do. I think unless you're a member of one of those crazy religions that refuse medical treatment, we would all like to receive an organ if it could save our life if we were in that situation. So I believe we should be prepared to give our organs if we're in the unfortunate situation of dying and our organs can be used to keep somebody else alive. I think it would have been good if this song had sparked a conversation about setting these things up in place. Like I said, in Australia you can sign up to the organ donation beforehand, so it's not something the family has to deal with at the same time as a death. Yeah, so that, I think, was a well-written, well-told story. I believe it was based on a true story. In the lyrics, I'm looking for Olivia Zand. I believe that name has been changed. I may be wrong, but I believe that was changed. I did like that. They say Jesus brings you peace and grace. Well, he ain't found me yet. But she does find grace in meeting the guy who received her son's heart. But somehow grace has found me, and I let him in. So a bit about Bonnie Raitt. I mostly know Bonnie from some of her blues songs and some of her collaborations. One of my favourite collaborations is with her and John Lee Hooker. So Bonnie Lynn Raitt is an American blues singer, guitarist and songwriter. In 1971, Raitt released her self-titled debut album, Following this, she released a series of critically acclaimed roots-influenced albums that incorporated elements of blues, rock, folk, and country. She also was a frequent session player and collaborator with other artists including Warren Zevon, Little Feat, Jackson Browne, the Pointer Sisters, John Prine, and Leon Russell. Just Like That is the 18th studio album by American singer, songwriter, and guitarist Bonnie Raitt. It was released on April 22nd, 2022. Just Like That is a song by American singer and multi-instrumentalist Bonnie Raitt and is the title track of her 18th studio album. It gave Raitt her first #1 single on the Rock Digital Song Sales chart and peaked at number 26 on the Hot Rock and Alternative Songs chart. I'm surprised she's never had a #1 before, especially when she goes back, several decades now. Raitt explained her initial inspiration for the song after she saw a human interest piece on the news in 2018 about a woman who donated her deceased child's organs and was meeting the man who received his heart. The segment moved Raitt to the degree that she was compelled to write a song about the selfless act, noting, "I just lost it. It was the most moving and surprising thing. I wasn't expecting it. I vowed right then that I wanted to write a song about that, about what that would take. Every time I hear about a family donating organs when their child has been killed or there's some sort of sudden death, as if you're not in grief and shock enough, you have the view and the compassion and the love to be able to pay it forward like that is so incredible." Raitt stated the song was inspired by the death of her longtime friend and fellow performer John Prine, who passed away in 2020 after complications from COVID-19. Raitt composed the guitar part of the song while on tour shortly after Prine's passing and reflected to the New York Times that she had Prine in her heart. "I just started fingerpicking and I had the lyrics in front of me and the song poured through me without any thinking about it." So John Prine had been a long-time friend and collaborator of hers, and that and the news story brought about this song. But yeah, unfortunately, I think it would have been good if that had sparked up some conversation. I'm not sure in other countries how they deal with organ donation, but it is something I personally think we should all sign up for. Anyway, I enjoyed that. I thought that was a great song, and hope you enjoyed the video. If you did and you would like to support the channel, the best way to do that is by liking, subscribing and commenting. It all helps, and I hope to see you in another video soon. Thanks for watching.